we're going to be talking about what we're going to do when the fire alarm goes off. And I think part of the problem is we've been getting a little complacent, and we're starting to think fire alarm goes off, it's probably just me, and most of the time it probably will be. But I want you to start thinking, as you should, when you hear the fire alarm, it's actually a fire. Okay? When people are starting to do it, sort of like, well, that's just a fire truck, I'm busy, I got this to go on. No, you need to stop what you're doing and participate. Okay? So, for the CNAs, it means that you know what card you are and what you're supposed to do, so that when the fire alarm goes off, we don't have to think about it. You know that you're the person that goes to the front door. You know you're the person that stays back, or you're the person that goes to the fire. Okay? Our ancillary groups, they know they're going to stay back, they're going to go to the staff pool, and what they're supposed to do. Our supervisors, our charge nurses, you need to be aware of what's going on, because you're going to need to give a lot of people direction to where they're supposed to go. Sometimes, the fire alarm goes off, sort of meander out there, well, got to find your voice and start directing people. Got to clear the hallways, got to close the doors, Yes?
When, like, I go to the fire, do I grab the fire extinguisher and then go to the fire, or just go to the fire?
You just go to the fire.
Okay.
There was an old practice years ago. They used to take the fire extinguisher. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Sprinkler will probably go off. Put it out anyways. Okay? All right. So, we have an acronym RACE, which stands for, anybody know? Remove, activate, close, evacuate. Okay. All very important, but it's sort of a flexible thing. You don't have to all be done in that order. The primary thing we want to get done is this. We want to get the people out of the room that's on fire, and we want to contain it. Okay? In addition to that, we clear the hallways, we get all the doors closed. Okay? You don't have to actually close doors on your way to fire. You're supposed to report, get over there. Okay? Then we'll start doing stuff we got to do. The person that stays back with your supervisor, they can close the doors on your unit, and they'll be putting the residents away. Okay? You want to get to that fire area, so we get people out and move on. Okay? Now, when we evacuate people from the fire room, we also evacuate on either side and across the hallway. Now you got a bunch of people sitting in the middle of the hallway. We got to start the first step of evacuation. We have to get them to the other side of the fire doors. Okay? So you might as well come on down this way, because eventually they're probably going to end up in the solarium anyways. All right? Any questions on it so far? So, fire alarm goes off. It's a fire. Stop what you're doing. Get to where you're supposed to get. Okay? Let's move forward. All right? Okay. If you discover a fire, what do? No? You yell out Dr. Red and the location. Okay? If there's someone in that room, get them out of the room, get the door closed. Okay? If you don't do it, somebody else can pull the fire alarm. Okay? There's a pull station. Could be the smoke detector in that room's not working. Maybe the fire isn't big enough yet to get it off. Right? If you discover a fire and it's small, what can you do? Put it out. How?
Smother it?
You smother it, or let's make a real mess. Grab a fire extinguisher. Okay. Now to use this, we have an acronym which is PASS, and it stands for Pull, Aim, Squeeze, Sweep. People love the PASS, man. Okay. So in order to get this to work, I got to pull this out because it won't work until I do that. Aim this at the base of the fire. Squeeze the handle down. Sweep side to side. These are ABC fire extinguishers. They put out just about everything. All right? Okay. Questions, comments? All right. You hear a fire alarm, it's a fire. Okay? You got this thing, you know what you're supposed to do. All right? Okay. Questions? Thank you for coming. Make sure you sign in.
I have a question. Orange
It's okay.
tags.
Oh, okay.
Orange tags are for the rooms are empty, or the rooms have someone in them?
They're for the rooms that the supervisor has checked to make sure there's nobody in them. Okay, there is a big yellow one, you see it down there on the wall. They would hang that on the fire room, okay? Really good down this area because we don't have that light next to the resident room that strobes. On the resident room, the big yellow thing maybe not as important because we know where the fire is, okay? You'll know where it is because the light is strobing or the receptionist set overhead where the fire is. And if all else fails, you can look at the annunciation station and the address of the fire comes up in the house. Okay?
So where are the nurses supposed to be? The aides are going to the fire nurses stay on the floor?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
no.
The nurses,
One nurse stays on the floor and a CNA, everyone else goes,
goes to
yes,
the fire.
yes.
And
Okay.
the supervisor calls 911?
Yes,
The nurses.
yes. Because when the fire alarm goes off, the signal goes to alarm company, the alarm company calls the Lockport Fire Department. In case that didn't work, that's why the supervisor also calls 911 as a backup. So there's a redundancy in the system, okay? You'll be over here in charge, okay? And the fire's over on West Wing, you're gonna stay back. You got one person that stays with you. If there's another nurse, over they go, okay? Because it'll just be the two of you, but you still got time to get your residents put away and get all the doors closed. Even though the fire is not on your area, we'll still get all the doors closed, okay? But we need more people in the fire area. We definitely want to get those folks out of the hallway as quick as we can, get the doors closed, and get the people evacuated from the fire.
So
All right?
what are the people in the fire area, what are they supposed to do?
The people in the fire area?
Yeah, I'm assuming there are no residents in the area that need to evacuate.
Like, all right, so like it's West Wing, there are gonna be residents down in that area, okay? And they're usually sitting outside.
But if there's a fire here,
If
you
there's a
have
fire here?
5 or 6 people running to this area, what are they supposed to do when they get there?
They're gonna make sure that, they're gonna check this for heat. If they got a master key, they'll take a peek, close the door, okay? So, and they're done. Okay? But I mean, I don't think you can take the fire plan and start making it very specific
Right.
on where you go, okay? What we need is, there's a fire here, so many people, they come here.
Better to have 20 people here to help put that fire out than one.
That one, that might just show up.
Right.
Okay, I mean, it just can't be as specific. I know in the evening, this end of the building, yeah, there's not a lot of people down here. It's pretty isolated. But still, the fire plan is the fire plan, okay? What we want to make sure though, is though, even though the fire's here, all our resident rooms, especially, the doors are closed. So any smoke happens to migrate up that way, it won't be getting in their rooms, okay? And when you start doing this stuff, you got people out in the hallways, you start moving people around, the more help you have, the better. Unfortunately, we're going to have to pull some people away to come down to an isolated area to make sure everything's okay. Any questions? Okay, sign in and